Om Shanti. Good afternoon to all the viewers, today's participant, and well-wisher. Sidamo counseling by the students of counseling and spiritual health. Case for today's webinar is panic attack. Counselor is Dr. Tulika Dasji. Like to give a brief introduction about today's counselor. Dr. Tulika Dasji retired from one of the Technical Institute of Calcutta. After completing her master's in counseling and spiritual health, she has started practicing as a spiritual counselor for the last 3 years. She has honed her counseling skills to an excellent level, and she has guided many of her clients and solving their problem with her effective counseling. With her in supported role, we have sisters Practice. So Practice also has got a master's in counseling and spiritual health. Started practicing as a spiritual counselor recently, and she's also got a master's in computers application. As earlier told that today's topic is for panic attack, and session will be live on YouTube as well as Facebook. We accept any kind of mental health related counseling. We ask candidates to refer in the free counseling found the website name as www.spiritualsera.com.in. Also, we can be contacted on number 9321070078. Request our viewers to like, share, and subscribe our YouTube channel for themselves and to their friends. And we'll be happy if they can be with us for the session from the beginning to end. With the remembrance of beloved Shri Baba, who is our Supreme Father, Supreme Teacher, Supreme Sadguru, and Supreme Counselor. We also seek the blessing from our most loving Dadijis and from senior brothers and sisters. May I request today's counselor, Sister Dr. Tulika Daji, to start today's session. Thank you very much. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our demo counseling session on panic attack. Panic attacks are sudden periods of intense fear and discomfort that may include palpitations, heartbeat, sweating, chest pain or chest discomfort, shortness of breath, trembling, dizziness, numbness, confusion, or a sense of loss of control. While panic attacks are not harmful to the health, frequent attacks can lead to a decrease in quality of life. Anxiety often causes similar physical symptoms, but these symptoms are generally less intense and last longer than a panic attack, which has very intense but brief symptoms. These happen unexpectedly and suddenly. Panic attacks usually last 5 to 10 minutes. The brain and nervous system play key roles in how we perceive and handle fear and anxiety. Researchers think that dysfunction of the amygdala, the part of the brain that processes fear and other emotions, may be at the root of these conditions. They also think chemical imbalances in cortisol and serotonin may play a large role. Sister Prachi and I are participating in today's session. With the blessings of our Supreme Father, Supreme Teacher, Supreme Doctor, and Supreme Counselor, we shall start today's session. Good afternoon, Sister. How can I help you today?
Good afternoon. I'm Geeta. I'm 28 years old, and from the last 2 years, I want to tell you that from the last 2 years, I'm suffering from panic attacks frequently, and it was the time of the COVID when I have started this type of attacks, and the reason behind these kind of attacks were that time my mother, father, including me, were affected by the COVID, and I was like we were like imprisoned for more than 2 years of time, and no one were there to help us, and we were like isolated, and lot of negativity around us. And what happened to me, like my parents and me and my father also had this COVID virus. And my one of my uncle was there to help me with all the stuff like fruits, vegetables. But we were like totally cut from the outer world, and we were like isolated at that time. And what happened to me, that I had lot of negative thoughts in my mind, that what happened if my mother and father will be not with me, what happened to me, who will take care of me. So these kind of negativity thoughts crowded in my mind, and lot of news like COVID, during COVID period, like this death issues. Some Most of the people are hospitalized at that time. So these kind of things make my mind like a lot of negativity, and it was like terrific experience for me. And I got this kind of attacks. I got this sweating, palpitation, sudden increase in my heartbeat. Sometimes I felt like shortness of breath. So one day I want to tell you what happened with me. I was about to sleep, and what happened, uh, I suddenly had thoughts like thoughts, that I was about to die, my parents will die. So what happened, means a lot of sweating coming out from my means head. I was like shivering. So my mother kept her hand on my back and said, what happened to you? Why you are so afraid? What happened to you? So I didn't tell her anything, because if my life means my reaction was that time affected their mindset. So I controlled my feelings and emotions, and got up from my bed, and washed my face, and went outside to take breath. But what happened, like I couldn't sleep. I felt anxiety. I felt stress, that I was so isolated. I was so means abandoned from my family. So what happened, these kind of thoughts means make me more stressed and depressed. And today everything is fine, nothing like that, but still I have such kind of impact on my mind. So I many of my friends told me to go to doctors, but mostly what they did, they give some antidepressants, or what they give medicines, medication, sleeping pills. So so I didn't go to doctor visit. So one of my friend told me to for the counselor help. So they gave me your contact. So I am here to contact with you. So she told me that talk to sister. She will listen to you and will guide you what to do in such kind of situation. So, sister, please help me to reduce my negative thoughts, because on the daily basis I got this kind of things like negative thoughts and panic attacks, and it really affects my life. And I can't able to move ahead in my life, because I want to do something in my career also. So, this kind of situation really brings obstacles in my life. So, could you please help me to come out from this kind of situation?
Yes, sister, don't worry. But let me tell you one thing, antidepressant medications are not addictive. Actually, what happens? They cause withdrawal symptoms when they are suddenly stopped. Anyway, it's good that you have come here for suggestions instead of taking medicines. I'm sure
Mhm,
that you'll be able to get over the panic attacks very soon. Okay. And
mhm.
do you have a piece of paper or pen with you? Pen or pencil?
Yes, yes.
Okay, see? So you take the sheet of paper and on the paper you draw a table with 5 columns and 4 rows.
Okay.
Hmm. See, in the top of the first column, first row,
Mhm.
write situation.
Okay.
Okay. Then first row, Second column, write physical reaction.
Okay.
See, on the first row, but third column, write behavior.
Okay.
Hmm.
I know.
Next column, write thoughts. And in the fifth column, write feelings.
Okay. I have
So
written.
first row you have filled up. Okay. Now you
Okay.
have 3 more rows. Hmm? Now under
Okay.
situations, write 3 situations when you experienced panic attack. Follow
Okay.
3 situations when you experienced panic attack.
Okay. Just give me a few minutes.
Okay,
Like,
your sister. Don't worry.
okay, I've written all three
Okay.
situations.
Now see, corresponding to the situation, write the physical reaction that you experienced during the attack. Okay.
Okay, sure, sure. I have written.
Okay. See, next,
Hmm.
just write down what thoughts went in your mind during the situation.
Okay,
Hmm. And finally,
okay,
last column, write the feelings during that time.
okay, sure. I have written.
Okay. So you ready? Can you read out what you have written now?
Yeah, sure.
First situation.
First, first situation was like when I was with my family and affected by COVID.
Okay.
And second situation, it was a situation when my cousin has died due to some disease.
Okay. Okay. And third
Hmm.
situation.
Third situation, while coming from the office, I struck in the traffic. So
Okay.
I was so panic at that time.
Acha,
Hmm.
acha. See, then just tell me your physical reactions during the situations when you
O-
were down with COVID.
When I was affected by COVID, I was so depressed and stressed.
Okay.
Okay, and in the second situation, I was so scared. I felt so lonely. And
Acha.
during my cousin death time, I was so frightened and anxious that
Acha.
what happened to him so suddenly.
And then how did you behave in all these 3 situations?
I have behaved like a very awkward manner, negativity, lot of negativity in my behavior. Like I'm so like so stressed and disturbed, so fearful, and there is like a numbness in my body and palpitation in my heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I like confused mindset. I talk to someone with a confused mindset that I am so disturbed from inside due to this all three situations, and shortness of breath I felt sometime. Sometime I felt like sweating due to
Uh-huh.
overthinking of thoughts. Yeah.
And see, about your thoughts, what did you think about what
Yeah.
what's
Thoughts,
went in your mind?
thoughts during COVID, I was like, uh, I had like death thoughts that I will die. What happened? See, like
Exactly.
death thoughts were there, and
Uh-huh.
with fear and confusion, and
Okay.
second situation, I felt like nervous and negativity, that what happened if I'll not go to my place on time, if I'll be in the traffic for a long time, what I'll do here. So I was like panic that time. And
Acha,
in
acha.
third cousin death also, I had like loss of interest in life, that means I had thoughts that no, I was not interested in doing any work. My concentration was
Okay,
totally disturbed. Yeah.
okay, sister. Now see,
Mm.
under the table, you just draw a big circle, okay, below
Oh,
the table.
okay. Okay.
Now, inside the circle, you write what is under your control.
Oh,
And outside the circle, write what was not under your control.
okay.
That is from the situations you
Mhm.
have faced. You face three types of situations, no?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
out of these situations, you had physical reaction, you behaved
Mm-hmm.
negatively, negative thoughts went in your mind. So from these, just write down what you think was not in under your control and what you think is under your control.
Mm. I have written that situation according to this exercise that you have given me. Situation is not under my control.
Right.
Only my thought process and my way of thinking is under my control.
Exactly. See,
Situation is outer
huh.
thing.
So during the COVID, you have taken so much precautions, isn't it? But
Yeah.
you don't know why you were affected by COVID. So you found that all of
Mhm.
you tested positive for COVID.
Yeah.
You had no choice. What can you do? Isn't it? In the same, your cousin's case, see, it was not that
It is
death was
also,
not under your control. No?
no, it is
And when
not
you
in my
got
hands.
stuck up in the traffic jam, that
Mm.
situation was also not under your control, isn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
Hmm. So, as you said, you can control only your thoughts, no? And you find that in all the three cases, you created negative thoughts,
Yes. Yes.
right? For example, see, when you heard the news of your cousin's death, you
Mm.
must become anxious. You got
Yeah.
frightened. You thought, what will happen to your uncle and aunt, right? You must have felt helpless.
Yes. Yes.
You
Yes.
could not attend to them in the middle of the night, isn't it?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Huh. So, see, when you when you reported positive for COVID, as you said, you felt isolated. You felt
Yes.
lonely,
Yes. Isolated.
right? But see, this isolation is a part of the treatment, isn't it? Right?
Yes.
It is
Yes.
not for your whole life,
Yeah.
isn't it? In
Mhm.
that case, you would have been abandoned.
Mhm.
So, this isolation is part of the treatment.
Yes.
And see, in fact, all three of you were together in the same house. You did not need hospitalization, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
You had a tough time, I understand. The hard times you
Mhm.
went through, financially also, because you couldn't go to the ATM. But at
Mhm.
least there was your uncle to help you, right?
Yes.
He
Yes.
bought fruits for you.
Yeah.
See, maybe you were, what shall I say, very weak.
Yeah.
All
We
three of you
were
were
very.
affected, no? So you could not cook
Yeah.
food also. But even then,
Yeah.
there was someone to attend to what you
Mhm.
required. That is your daily needs, isn't it?
Yes.
Another thing, see, in many cases, the families where different people were in different hospitals.
Mhm. Yes.
But see, here,
Yeah.
all three of you were at home only. You were not
Yeah.
hospitalized, isn't it? So you are
Yes.
extremely fortunate. So you were with
Yeah.
each other during the hard time, right?
Mhm. Yes,
Huh?
sister.
But even then, what happened? You started creating negative thoughts. You thought, what will
Yeah.
happen if your parents passed away? Hmm. If they
Yes.
are
Yes.
no more there, you'll be lonely. Who will look after
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Right? Even
Yeah.
though you have a job, right?
Yeah.
You have a job, you're working, but even then you
Mhm.
think what will happen to you, isn't it?
Mhm.
So, as you said, that you can control your thoughts.
Yeah.
And corresponding to our thoughts, what happened? A physical reaction takes place.
Yeah.
But you are very right, no situation is under our control.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
What can we do? We can only remain positive and control our thoughts during that time.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, never let situations get the upper hand of you. So, what you have
Yeah.
to do is to separate yourself from the situation.
Okay.
Follow? You have to separate yourself from the situation. Because, as you said, you also understand no situation is under your control.
Yes.
See, sister, every thought gives rise to a feeling. If you think of something good, you have a good feeling. If you think of something bad, you have a bad feeling, right? Huh? Think of
Yes,
something
sister.
which will make you happy, you become happy. Think of something which will make you
Yes.
sad, you get sad, right? So positive
Yes.
thoughts
Yes.
give
True.
rise to good feelings. See,
Yeah.
our behavior depends upon our feelings.
Yes.
As soon as you became anxious, depressed, what will happen? You felt lonely, you felt scared, your heartbeat increased. No, you
Yes. Yes.
started sweating, right? This means you first created a negative thought.
Yeah.
The negative thought generated the negative feeling.
Yes.
Hmm? And the negative feeling is connected with the body and it gives rise to a physical reaction. In your case, it was breathlessness, palpitation, sweating. Okay. See, in
Yes.
order to become calm, what can you do? You can sprinkle water on your face. You can go outside for fresh air. Huh?
Yeah.
But sister, negative thoughts are very automatic.
Mm-hmm.
They come in a continuous chain.
Mm-hmm.
So a chain of negative thoughts form in our mind within a very
Mm-hmm.
short time. And this results in negative feelings
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes, yes, yes.
spontaneous physical reactions such as panic attack. Hmm. So
Okay.
when you create a good, positive, and powerful thought, your feeling, physical reaction, and behavior will change to positive ones. You will no longer suffer from panic attack.
Okay,
Do you
sister.
follow? Hmm?
Yeah.
But the question is, how do you create positive thoughts
Yes.
under such
Because
situations?
I have means previously I was like used to go to gym, then do like puja and chanting, but after the COVID period I was out of track now. Means I was like no interest in life. Means this is the kind of feelings I have, means in my mind, like what should I do? Means why should I do these things? Means I want to get back to my normal life, but due to this negative thoughts, I couldn't able to enjoy
Exactly.
my life.
Yes.
I want to happy life, but due to this negative thoughts, I'm still on the same
Yes, yes.
thing.
But see,
Yeah.
sister, we create our own thoughts, isn't it?
Yeah.
I shall not create any thought for
Yes.
you. You
Yes.
cannot create any thought for me. No? So I am responsible for my
Yeah.
thoughts. You are responsible for your thoughts, isn't it? And see, sister, no situation is bad or good.
That's fine.
Situation is something that happens
Yeah.
in our life, right? And in the Gita, it is said that
Mhm.
whatever is happening is good, is for good.
Mhm.
Whatever will happen will be good. And whatever has happened is
Mhm.
also good, isn't it? As you
Yeah.
said, you
That.
do pujas every day. You also chant mantras. Huh? But
Chant
what happens,
mantra.
when we chant mantras, what happens? After some time, we know them by heart. So while we are chanting, we are thinking of something else,
Yes.
isn't it?
That's amazing. Yes.
It
Yes.
happens mechanically, right?
Yeah.
So even though
So,
in the puja room the environment is positive, right?
yes.
And you are chanting, you are
Yes. Yes.
praying, you are doing some pujas, that is positive.
Hmm.
But what happens? Still, you see, your mind is creating negative thoughts, isn't
Yes.
it?
Yes. Yes.
But
My
can you
mind is
stop?
running there.
Huh. In
Hmm.
fact, they are overcrowded with negative thoughts, no?
Yes. Yes.
So
That.
see, can you change them to positive ones?
Um. That's why I I talk to you, because I tried many times to do like to
Yes.
follow my hobby or do chanting, but still I had lot of negative thoughts in my mind. So
Exactly.
that's why I want solution from you, that could you please help me to place my negative thoughts with the positive thoughts?
Yes,
So I
exactly.
want direction.
What
Yes.
happens is, see, when you create negative thoughts, they keep on, as I said, they keep on coming in a chain, one after the other.
Yes,
And
yes.
that's why you are not able to stop them, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right? So, first, let's try to understand, see, about the corona situation.
Hmm.
From when you are experiencing this panic attack,
Hmm.
this epidemic has caused many families to experience loss of jobs,
Yes, yes.
financial security, and
Hmm.
threatened loss of loved ones.
Yes.
Do you know that in India, 30 million children have become orphans? Hmm?
Hmm.
And of these, most of them are below 6 years. See, among the 30 million children, only 3,70,000 of them are in childcare institutions. India
Okay.
has been one of the world's worst COVID hit nations,
Okay.
recording more than 4.5 lakhs of official death.
Oh,
Right? Tens of thousands of women have lost their husbands and they are still
okay.
struggling to adjust to a new life. See, many of these women have never worked in a paying job before. See, many have lost the sole breadwinner of their families. And
Hmm.
as their worlds changed overnight, even today they are struggling to manage the double burden of grief and financial difficulties. See,
Okay.
sister, see how
Hmm.
fortunate you are. God
Yeah.
has saved you and your family. No, you
Yes,
have
yes, yes.
gone through hard times during that period. I understand.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
today you are all safe and happy with a permanent job and good health.
Hmm.
Sister,
Yes,
hard
sister.
times do come in our lives,
Yes,
but they
yes.
come to make us stronger. So
Yeah.
let's take a lesson from them and don't ponder over them whenever you are free.
Okay.
Okay. See, sister, every day when you go to bed,
Hmm.
first thank God for taking care of you and giving you
Okay.
the strength to overcome the bad moments of your life.
Okay.
Right?
Sure. Hmm.
See, in the mornings when you wake up, become
Hmm.
fresh and write down 21 times, I am a brave, courageous, and powerful being.
Okay.
God, my Father, is always beside me. We say God is our Father, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
See, as you said, you used to go to the gym, but now you have lost interest. Huh?
Yes, yes.
Never mind. Start again. See, do some deep breathing exercises. Okay. See,
Okay.
take a deep breath as you count 1 to 5. Okay, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While you count 1 to 5, you take a deep breath. Okay. Hold the breath while you count 1 to 5. Next, exhale slowly as you count 1 to 5. And pause while
Okay.
you count 1 to 5. See, repeat this 11 times. Next, you can do
Okay.
deep belly breathing exercise. See, as you take a
Okay.
deep and long breath, you feel that your belly goes outwards as the lungs are
Okay.
filled with air. See, next, as you exhale very, very slowly, you feel that your belly goes inwards as the air leaves your lungs. See, repeat this
Okay.
11 times. You know, sister,
Okay, sure.
exercise releases good hormones in the body and we feel good. So, if possible, do some free hand
That's
exercises,
fine. That's
right? So,
mm.
what about your mind? Mind is already filled with
Okay.
negative thoughts, isn't it?
Okay, sure.
So, during the day, what happens is actually deep in your subconscious mind,
Yes.
past thoughts
Yes,
are
yes.
already there. And you can't clean your mind from these negative thoughts, isn't it? So, what happens during the day at any time,
Okay.
when you find that your mind is
Okay.
wandering here
Okay.
and there, hmm, you may use the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method. You know what this is?
Mm-hmm.
This brings you in the present. See, this
Okay.
involves identifying
No.
5 things you can see,
Okay.
4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear,
Mm-hmm.
2 things you can smell,
Okay.
and 1 thing you
Okay.
can taste. See, by doing what
Okay.
happens, it helps shift your focus from anxiety provoking thoughts to the present moment. Okay.
Okay.
See, sister, just sit down and observe 5 objects inside the room, wherever you are. Okay. So observe
Mhm.
the shape, the color, the size, the design. Okay. Then try to hear 4 sounds. You can listen to the sound of the moving fan. You can hear the sound of the cars as they pass by. See the twittering or chirping of the birds, or the sound of mixie grinder from your kitchen, right? Any 4 sounds you try to identify.
Okay.
Next, try to feel 3 things. So, if you are sitting down barefoot and your feet are touching the floor, what will you do?
Mm.
Try to feel whether the floor is cold or warm. Okay.
Okay.
See, next, touch the chair on which you are sitting. Feel the surface. Is it rough or is it smooth? Touch the side of the chair or any table and find whether the edges are sharp or smooth. See? Next, you
Okay.
look at 2 things which have good smell. If you have a flowers inside your room, you have fresh flowers. See? Then feel the fragrance of the flowers. Hmm. If you are
Okay.
taking tea or coffee during that time, try to smell the aroma of the tea or coffee. See,
Okay.
last of all, find the taste of any food. If you are taking tea or coffee, taste it. If you are not taking tea or coffee during that time, take a little salt or sugar, taste them. Or you
Okay.
can simply sip a little water to find the taste.
Okay.
In this way, what happened? You will
Mhm.
move completely to the present moment.
Okay.
See, just remind yourself past is history. It is over, isn't it? So put a
Yes.
full
Yes.
stop. And
Okay.
the future is only a mystery. You have
Yeah.
no
That's
idea
true.
of what will happen tomorrow or the next day
Yeah.
or after
Yes.
one
Yes.
month or after one year, isn't it? You know what is going to happen? Nothing.
No.
So the
No. No.
future is mystery. At present,
Yes.
you are safe. You have a secure
Yes.
job. You have good health. Your parents are doing well, right?
Mm.
Everybody in the family is well. So the present is a present. That means a gift from God.
Yes.
So
That's
thank God for his kindness towards you. Tell him
okay,
to
sister.
keep everybody well. You follow?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. So see what happens, sister, in general, 40 to 60 thoughts go in our mind per minute. And when we consciously create positive thoughts, the number of thoughts that go in our mind are very few.
Yeah.
That in the case of negative thoughts, they go very fast.
Mhm.
But when we create positive thoughts consciously,
Mhm.
these thoughts are very few in the mind, right?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
as you said, how will you substitute these negative thoughts by positive thoughts? No. How do we create positive thoughts in our mind? And what
Mhm.
type of positive thoughts shall we create in our mind? This is done by Raj Yoga meditation. Do you do meditation?
No, sister.
Okay.
Not really.
Do you know what is Raj Yoga meditation?
No. No.
See, Raj comes from the word Raja, means king. Who is the
Mhm.
king? I, the soul, am the king. So
Okay.
if I'm the king, I must have a kingdom. Hmm?
Yeah.
So my
Mm.
kingdom consists of my mind, my
Mhm.
intellect, my
Mm.
habits, and my
Yes.
5 sense organs.
Okay.
Right? So in Raj Yoga meditation, we gain control over our mind by feeding it with conscious positive thoughts
Okay.
continually from morning till night. See, it's not
Okay.
that you get up in the morning and you meditation and it's over. No. From time to time, we sit and check what is going on in our mind. See, and yoga means what? Connection. Connection
Okay.
with what? Connection with the Supreme Soul, right?
Okay.
So, in order to form a connection, there must be a relation.
Yeah.
No, if I just say form a connection with a person who is passing by your house, is it possible to form a connection with the person? No.
No.
In order to form a connection, we must know the person, isn't it? So, in
Yeah.
order to form a connection with God, that is the Supreme
Yes.
Soul or supreme being, we must know him. We
Yeah.
must we must not only know him, but form a relation with him,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So you may consider him to be your father, your mother, friend, brother, whatever you wish to. See, and
Yeah.
he is the ocean of peace, ocean of love, ocean of happiness, and almighty authority of powers.
Yes.
When we connect with him, energy of peace, love, happiness, and powers will flow from him to us. Why? Because energy always flows from a higher source to lower source.
Yes. Yes.
Right? So he's the supreme soul. No? When
Yeah.
we connect to him, what happens? Slowly, slowly, we become peaceful, loving, happy, and powerful. Right?
Okay.
And you will find gradually that your mind is becoming peaceful, loving, happy, and joyful. And when mind is positive, when there is peace, love, happiness in our mind, there is no space for fear and negative thoughts. Right?
That's
And
good.
so
Mm.
practicing Raj Yoga meditation will make you positive.
Okay.
Understand, sister?
So yeah. So where there is a center, Raj Yoga meditation?
Yes, yes,
Could you please
yes.
tell me?
Yes, see, this meditation is taught in all Brahma Kumari centers. Hmm.
Okay. So it
And
is
I'm sure
chargeable,
that,
or is it
huh,
chargeable or free
no, no,
of
no,
cost?
no. It's free of cost. Absolutely free
Okay.
of cost. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Only what happens for 7 days continuously, you have to take out 1 hour of your time.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
That's so
And
great.
during different times at the center, meditation is taught.
Okay, sister.
So you just contact a center nearby and you just find out your convenient time.
Okay, sure.
Sister, even if you find that your time does not match with this, right? And you are very busy, if you can tell them that you are really interested, they will take out their time for you. That
Okay.
is, whenever you are free, you can go to them and a sister will teach you meditation.
Okay, sister. That's
Follow?
great.
So
Yeah.
just try to find out a center close to your house. You can even find in the internet. Nowadays, everything is available in the net, no?
Yeah. So I
Uh,
surely look after it,
yes,
and
yes,
whatever the exercises and whatever the practices you have given me, I will surely do it for the next 10 days or 21 days, and I
yes,
will
yes.
visit to center for sure.
Uh,
And it
and
is,
you attend the course, and I'm confident
yeah,
that you will benefit from it. See, there is no other way by which we can keep our mind positive
yeah.
and make it strong. And another thing, if you wish to, you may continue as long as you like, even your
O-
whole life. It is
Okay,
absolutely free of charge.
that's really nice.
Okay, sister.
Super.
So
Hmm.
thank you for coming forward to take my
Uh,
suggestions. Follow them, and I'm sure
hmm.
you will get relief from the
And
panic.
I'm also very thankful to you, and it is really nice talking to you. And
Thank you,
I'm very
sister.
grateful that I have my friend has suggested me your contact to regarding my problem, and I will surely do all the things that you have tell me, and will come back to you after a few days.
Sure. And sister, if you have any
Okay.
problem anytime,
Mm-hmm.
feel free to contact me. Don't hesitate.
Okay.
Okay. You can
Okay, sister.
contact me whenever you need help. Thank you
Okay,
very
sister. Welcome. Welcome.
much. Om Shanti.
Oh, Shanti.
Anil Bhaji, session is over.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tulika Daji. Counselling is a married lady, stating that from the COVID period, she has been facing these panic attacks because during that period, her parents And she herself was facing, as usual, many people were having the same kind of situation, and they were left alone at home, and they couldn't go outside, and even their daily needs were also fulfilled by somebody else. And the effect of this negative thoughts from the COVID period is so powerful that even the COVID period is over, but from the last 2, 3 years, this lady is facing panic attacks. And so it has become the intensity of the panic attack has become less, but it is not certainly come to an end. So as we all know that panic attacks are very sudden and quite powerful sometimes. And as suggested by our counselor, that for this the best exercise, deep breathing techniques, light exercise may help the patient. Because since the lady is working and it has become more risky now because panic attack can take her any time. So she has to be very careful and take some precaution which have been addressed by our learner counselor. So some of the suggestions given by our counselors are very useful. First of all, she has to know that this is very small period and to pass. So but the best solution is take deep breathing exercise. That is the best suggestion given by. And one more suggestion which is also very useful, that smelling lavender oil, that will help the intensity of attack to become less. Lavender smell. And also when the panic attack is there, she has to find a place which is peaceful so that she can take some rest and she can relax and get some peace also. And also it is suggested that she can focus on one object, so the source of stress will be not there so much. Any object which she thinks, even the object, if she plays some ditty or something like that, she can keep with her and keep concentration on that object. So that will help the intensity of panic attack to become less. And also she can chant some mantra or some spirituality as suggested by counselor Raja. The meditation will help us to not overcome her problem or the panic attack. That is also not a good suggestion. And as already suggested, that progressive relaxation exercise is very good, technique is very good. So people who get the panic attack very often. Then as very powerful suggestion 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 exercise. This will help to take the patient's attention from the source of the stress. So also she has to see that what triggers this panic attack and must keep it in mind and try to find out the reason what triggers the panic attack and make sure that she keeps away from the triggers. Or maybe that she can tell someone if this panic attack happens, what should be done the best for her, because people will not know and they will overcrowd the place and this will reduce the oxygen for the patient also. If so many people crowd that person also all around. So she must be careful about that since she's working. So she must inform in her school if this thing happens, panic attack, what needs to be done best. And also, it is also suggested that she must take some medicine prescribed by a doctor to help us. So, medication, deep relaxation, deep breathing relaxation, then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relaxation techniques. So these are some of the suggestions which can help, but one thing is sure that panic attack can be totally stopped. There is no guarantee for this, but it is very necessary to take the precautions and to make sure that we are ready for it and inform someone. And as suggested by a counselor, apply these all the medication, meditation, then also some object of chanting mantra will help to reduce our intensity of panic attack, but the patient has to be very careful at the time because these are very sudden, but the period is very small for them, which they have to be very careful. The session was very important to create the awareness because panic attack, there can be many reasons, but anxiety can be one of them. So we were live on YouTube as well as Facebook and yourself Tulika the Mental Health Institute Counseling. You find the Institute of University Counseling House website known as www.speechdisorder.com. And we can be contacted at this number 932107078. I request, thank you very much, our learned counselor, Dr. Tulika Dasri and the counselor sister. Actually, I request both the participants to read the session because some instructions are there to follow. Thank you very much. Session comes to an end.